How do I pay off a credit card fast? Let's talk about how this next topic can make you rich. We're going to entitle this one, How do I pay off a credit card fast? You know, a lot of people in the nation struggle with credit card debt. They have problems finding things that they really want and it's hard to pass it up, so they put it on the old credit card. And then one thing leads to another and all of a sudden the car breaks down or the cat gets sick or something else happens and you can't pay it off. So first off, I have to say, before I explain to you how to pay off your credit card super fast, I'm always really big on learning patience and discipline. Patience and discipline will be the two most important factors in you becoming wealthy. So with credit card debt, let's say you have $10,000 in credit card debt and your minimum payment is $400. Now I'm just throwing out some numbers here, but let's say your minimum payment is $400. The one thing I never want to see you do is just make the minimum credit card payment. Why? Because you are just keeping your head above water. You're treading water and you're drowning in debt. We want to see you pay more than amount off. And you say, okay, wait a minute. That's really hard, easy for you to say, but hard for me to do because I have all these bills. You don't know what's going on with my job and I just don't get paid enough. All right, I've got a solution to that. So we're going to break this down in two different ways. First, if your credit is still intact, I want you to go and find a 0% balance transfer credit card, meaning you go find a credit card company that is looking for your business, needing to go and find new borrowers. They are offering you a 0% interest rate on a balance transfer for a certain period of time. Now, a lot of times these periods last about 6 months, but I've even seen some credit cards recently offering that on all of the balance transfer from your old credit card to this new one, it would be 0% for 1 year. That's right. So this is what you do. You go and apply for that. You transfer the entire balance. Let's say you take that whole $10,000. Now you take the old credit card and you cut it up. I don't want to see it ever again. You should never see it again. Close that account. Now you have 1 year to go and crush it. That means that $10,000, every dollar you put down on it is paying down the principal. Every month you put more and more on it, you are paying it off, never to see it back again. All right. That's a massive, massive change. Because think about it this way. Let's say you wanted to pay $500 down a month and you were trying to pay it off $10,500. It's going to take 20 months to pay it off, right? Well, on the first credit card, when you were paying the $400 a month, just the minimum payment, which is all going to interest, that means you'd have to pay $900 a month to pay that credit card off. And it would still take you over 20 months because just a little over because of the amount of interest and how that works out. So this one, if you were zero down balance and you were to put $500 down, you're gonna pay it off in 20 months, right? But here's the thing, that's only for a year. So let's talk about another way to pay off your credit card. Number two, what we're gonna do is this. You're gonna look at your bills. I want you to write down how much you bring in a month in your pay. Then I want you to write down all of your bills. And you write down the name of the bill, like water, electricity, gas, and next to it, you're gonna put the amount that it costs each month. Then I want you to put a little check mark next to it if that bill allows you to pay with a credit card. This is why. Let's say that your monthly budget, you've been making $400 a month minimum payments on your credit card, right? That's just keeping you above water. You're just treading water, paying off the interest. We don't like that. But you know that, yes, I've been able to make that payment, that minimum payment for the last year inside of my budget. So this is what you do. You take that list of bills, everything that you've been paying off each month, including your credit card. You already know you're allotting $400 a month to your credit card. What you do now is you take the $400 that you normally put down on your credit card, then you add up all the bills that will take credit card payment. Let's say that you find 3 utilities, your telephone, your gas bill, and your gasoline cost for your vehicle, right? You figure out how much you always pay per month based on the last 12 months of your spending, how much you put in your tank. So you take those 3 items. Let's say they come to about another $300 a month. So now you take that $300 plus the $400 that you're paying on your credit card, and I want you to pay your credit card at the beginning of the month. Now, what you've done is you go, wait a minute, I still need to pay my phone bill and my electricity bill or my gasoline bill for my car, right? What you're going to do is you're now going to pay those directly out of the credit card. And because the way that interest is calculated, you're not paying on the interest until the charge is made. Well, let's say you don't have to buy groceries for the next week. Well, that money went on the credit card ahead of time as a credit. And then you don't have to spend that money for another week, which means you save the interest on that for the next week. So those two different ways, you will be able to pay off your credit card fast. But again, you have to be responsible with this, because if you aren't and you start doing this and spending wildly again, you're going to be in the exact same boat all over again. All right, with that being said, I guess we can put this question, how do I pay off a credit card really fast, to bed. See you guys.